Hey guys and gals, here's a hack I stumbled up on. I was trying to, been looking for a ligature for my alto saxophone mouthpieces, and I have a Van Doren. That's one that I've been using. I like it. It's the A15S Plus or something like that. This is a Van Doren Jumbo Java. Just got that, and let me show you this. Well, you recognize the bag, I guess. It's a Jody Jazz Jet. My brother bought that for me as a late Christmas gift. My birthday's in December, so birthday, Christmas. So I got this from him, and I had a ligature, this old school ligature. Well, it's not old school, but it's just a basic ligature that I had, and this mouthpiece, this Van Doren, is kind of narrow, and this one is narrow. Well, you can see the size. I won't zoom in because I'm trying to talk quick. Anyhow, this ligature fits this fine, and I got a leather ligature, the Rovner type, which I don't really. I use it, but I don't use it that much because I'm kind of like an amateur saxophone player. I've been playing for years, but with the advent of YouTube, I started learning about other types of ligatures and mouthpieces. I had the same mouthpiece for 40 years. It's around here somewhere, 40 plus years. And it's around here somewhere, and I like the mouthpiece. It's a Vito mouthpiece. And I used it, and I used the same size reed and the same Rico reeds for years. Didn't know about different reeds and companies and rosin reeds and synthetic reeds. That information, you had to be a real guru to find it. But now everything's on YouTube. Anyhow, was trying to find a ligature that I liked, and it wasn't really expensive because a lot of money for ligature just doesn't make sense to me unless you're making millions of dollars. And the material and all, I consider all that stuff. It's like, hey, why would I pay you $80 for 5 cents of material? Anyhow, some electrician was doing some work and they left some scraps of copper wire, and it was, with a different color plastic on it, and that's copper. I got a thing for copper, and copper is supposed to have medicinal purposes. Anyhow, this particular piece was the same length as these other pieces, but it was bare. And I just thought it's just pretty metal. And I said, let me see if I can shape that into a ligature. So I needed something to measure it by, so I used a quarter. But the quarter, and then I matched the mouthpiece and this and that. I went back and forth with a few different ideas. I had to try to get an accurate measurement. Then after I shaped this with those two pair of pliers right there, I shaped it into this circle, which is a pretty nice, neat looking circle, but it's really useless because it turned out to be too small after I fumbled with it and all of that. So I told myself I need some type of pattern. See, when you match that up, I'm holding the camera with one hand and doing this with the other. When you match that up, one of these sides is narrower than the other, so which slides makes the reed snug along with the screw fasteners there. So anyhow, I said I need some kind of pattern. So because I couldn't use this, and I need a circle template, probably would work well. I don't have a circle template anymore. I had one years ago, and I could order one, but by the time it gets here, I can find something around the house that'll serve the purpose, like a bottle cap or aspirin top or a quarter or a piece of conduit or metal pipe. This right here, what I'm probably going to end up bending the next piece of copper around to try to shape it into the right size to fit over the mouthpiece as a ligature. I forgot what you call them. Circle ligature, a ring ligature. a ring ligature. Anyhow, this wire right here, I started stripping, and I said, let me make a little short video. This is a plastic coating that's on there. It's pretty hard. This wire, they rewired my fuse panel, so they use really heavy duty wire. Anyhow, I think it's size 12 or 10, 12 or 10 anyways. There's the strippers. There's the strippers in this, regular pliers and needle nose pliers I used to bend this with, and as I said, it was bare already. Anyhow, you could use that, and I happen to have these wooden dowels that serve, the percussion claves, I think that's what they call it. When there's really wooden dowels, hard wooden dowels. I could probably bend copper around that, but this is pretty hard copper wire, pretty heavy duty. So anyhow, when I was looking for this wire stripper, I came across these plastic ties, and it's a loop. Put it in through there backwards. Let me bring that closer. Put it in through the back of the P. Put it in through the back and shape a loop. And I stuck it around one of these mouthpieces to get a measurement. I left space for the reed. Well, anyhow, if you were in a tight, you could actually take this and put it around your mouthpiece with the reed. It's flat on one side and it's got these little ridges in it on the inside. These are really cheap ones, but you can get them more durable and thicker, longer lengths and different colors. But anyhow, you can wiggle a reed between there and tighten this up and clip the excess off with scissors or fingernail clips or the clipping part on the needle nose pliers or any sharp clipping device. You can clip the excess off. It won't slip backwards, but it will tighten it. It will be excessively tight depending on how you do it. You may need somebody else to assist you, but if you're good with your hands, you probably could do it. You probably could do it without an assistant. You can just wiggle it on there some kind of way and just lay it on a flat surface and tighten it up. But this is the hack right here in itself. The whole basis for the video is this can be used as a ligature. Tighten it up and clip this excess long piece off and use it. Probably for just one performance or one rehearsal session. And then slide it off or wiggle it off. You have to work with it. I mean, it's called a hack. You really need a ligature. You need a real ligature, but I mean, in a situation, some kind of emergency jam session, or you misplaced it, you sat your ligature down somewhere and it got dented, or you misplaced it, or you just want to try a hack and see if it works. Here it is. The twist tie type. It ain't a twist tie, but the plastic tie, zip tie that you can get from a dollar store or Home Depot, depending on how much you want to spend. Use it as a ligature. The slip on. I'm trying to do this with two hands. It'll slip right onto there. Well, I'm holding the camera with one hand, and I'm trying to do that with the other hand. There you go. See, it slips right on there. Slip your reed between there. Tighten it down. Cut the excess off. And play it. All right. There you go. The cheapest, fastest, craziest. I guess not necessarily crazy, but just something I stumbled up on. All right. Hope that was interesting to you. Have a great day.